Welcome to How to Warp a Moon Loom. These little moons from the Unusual Pear are so much fun. Whether you're a seasoned weaver looking for a new shape or a brand newbie, let's dive in and I'll show you how to get it warped up and you'll be weaving in no time. You'll need one moon loom from the Unusual Pear, a needle that can pass through the holes, some cotton string that is not stretchy, and a pair of scissors. The first step is to cut off about 1 meter of string and thread it onto your needle. If you don't have a needle, don't fret. You can also do this just with the string. The needle just makes it a bit quicker. Next, we're going to decide which way we want our moon to face when it's done. We need a front and a back, so just have a look at your loom and decide which way you want it to face. And then working from the back to the front, we're going to insert our needle and pull the thread all the way through until we have about 2 inches hanging out the back. And off we go! It's time to start warping. Follow the pattern that I'm demonstrating here and your moon will be warped in no time. I'm also going to show you how to tie your knots, just to keep them tidy and out of the way. So we're going in from the back and down through the front of our loom each time in corresponding holes. So top, bottom, top, bottom. Once you've done your first couple of warp threads, you can flip the loom over onto its back, and I just use a very simple square knot or a double granny to secure these 2 threads together. So that's one knot, you do the other one switching sides. There's the other knot, pull that tight, that little baby will not come undone, and then you can just trim the ends off. Easy peasy. Now you can see here that I'm actually using my thumb to pinch the loom and the warp thread together. This just helps to keep the tension even. If your tension is really wobbly, which means you have some threads that are really tight and some that are really loose, it will be harder to weave. So try and use your thumb as you're going to keep that warp thread close to the loom and nice and tight. Okay, now we've reached the center. So you can see we have 2 points, obviously, of our moon that still need to be filled in with warp threads. But we're only going to do one at a time. So just choose the one that's closest to where you are and keep warping in the exact same pattern you've been doing, up from the back, down through the front of the opposing hole, all the way to the little teeny tiny end. Now if you're like me, you might get to a point where you don't have enough thread left to finish warping. That's no worry at all. Turn your loom over and we're simply going to tie 2 bits of string together. So cut off another bit of string and then I just use another square knot or a double granny knot to tie these ends together. Try and tie it right up close to a hole and no one will ever be the wiser. When you're finished warping and it's time to tie it off, simply slip your needle under a cross thread, and we're going to do a double half hitch. So you've got a loop, put the needle back through that loop and pull it tight. Do this once more and then you can trim it off nice and close. Under the cross thread, make a loop, needle through the loop and pull tight. Then you're free to snip off all those little bits and continue warping the bottom side of your moon. To continue warping the last little bit of your loom, follow the steps we did from the very beginning. In from the back, down through the top of your loom. When you've got a couple of warp threads, remember to stop, flip your loom and use a double knot to secure those ends. And then keep warping. Top, bottom, and you'll be there in no time. And we're done! How easy was that? Now it's time to weave. You can go backwards and forwards, from top to bottom, or however your heart desires. Happy weaving!